Fellow Nigerians, sometimes I used to wonder, what will President Tinubu and the APC supporters use to campaign in the 2027 election? Because if you check for the past 4 years, President Tinubu have not done anything that is going to come out and say, this is what I have done, this is what I have done, this is what I have done. Vote for me in the next election. I have been thinking about it. What are they going to use to campaign? But I just saw what they're going to use to campaign now. The team President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC ally are going to use to campaign in the next election is going to be this: Peter Obi. Yes, they are going to use the marketing of Peter Obi to campaign for the next election. They are going to use number one. Peter Obi is the campaign from party to party. Peter Obi is afraid of doing primaries. Peter Obi is fair. Peter Obi is short. Peter Obi is not a hard guy. Anyway, Senator Adams Oshiomole was in a TV station for an interview, and the interview was very, very funny to me, Now, let's listen to Adams Oshiomole.
Let us attempt to test your argument against what the opposition is saying, because they say that this government can do more. The NDC presidential candidate Peter Obi was on Channels Television yesterday, and he argued that President Bola Tinubu, who governed the Bola Tinubu who governed Lagos is not the same Bola Tinubu now in Aso Rock.
Yes, he should retire.
In fact, he said that the president is tired and should be allowed to retire. He also argued that Nigeria needs a president who is visibly at the forefront of managing the country's crisis. How do you react to that position, and why do you think that perception exists?
Well, let's face it, the Peter Obi that was governor of Anambra State is not the Peter Obi of today. Because the Peter Obi of Anambra was one who said, as a matter of respect to the memory of Ojukwu, he will not ever abandon Abga. But before daybreak, once his tenure ended, Obi became a political wanderer, and he merely find alliance with perhaps the kind of people Ojukwu will never have related with when he became a running mate to Atiku Abubakar. And I looked at him, and I've said this several times. You look at his lifestyle to be able to project what he will do if he were to become president, which he will not be anyway, God willing. Obi is a trader. Traders have short-term calculation. They are not into long-term projection. They are not wired to think of what situation will be in the long run. Their turnover is within 3 months, maximum 6 months. It is a manufacturer, an investor, an entrepreneur that understands how you can start a project, sweating for 2-3 years to lay, like building a factory, and then going to import machinery to install before you start producing. Nigeria was virtually grounded. Obi is not aware because he's busy trading. Number two, I have said to people, Obi's business is to export jobs and import unemployment into the country. That is what he lives for. He's a trader. He runs a shopping mall. And you go there. There was a time I went to buy red wine in one of his stores, and I was told Peter Obi was the sole importer of a particular brand of red wine, or something from South Africa. So an importer doesn't have the capacity for long-term projection.
Senator Oshiomole, for a minute, is it possible that you are downplaying the political significance of Peter Obi?
Okay.
He won in Lagos in 2023. He had over 80% of the votes in the Southeast. And could it also be that he may be speaking to those Nigerians you acknowledged earlier on in this conversation, may not necessarily be feeling the benefits of the Tinubu policy yet. And he's saying, you know what, I can do better. Is it really not a threat to your party in 2027? Is that what you're saying?
No, not at all, not at all, not at all. Look at it this way. Obi, I've said this, many people may not agree. Obi was produced by an unusual situation when a ruling party decided to destroy itself as to make anybody running election on his platform unelectable. It is that confusion that brought those votes to Obi, and I can speak to it.
To Botti for a minute. Yeah. Many Nigerians are no longer concerned about Buhari. We've seen the Tinubu administration now for close to 4 years. Forget Peter Obi for a moment. No. When some Nigerians say that the president hasn't been visible enough, where do you think that perception comes from?
I see the president addressing various fora. I see him presiding over meetings. I see him commenting on a wide range of issues that have to do with Nigeria politics, economy, and society. People accuse him of evil traveling to market Nigeria abroad. And people even say he was traveling to pay condolence visits. There is nothing the president is going to say that the opposition will not fight. That is the legitimate business of opposition. I don't grudge them, provided they understand that if they cast a stone, we have a right to return that stone.
Help me and ask if the Adams Oshiomole of today is the same Adams Oshiomole of 10 years ago, because somebody asked him, the Adams Oshiomole we know 15 years ago is not the Adams Oshiomole of today. Yes, Adams Oshiomole of 15 years ago is an activist, a man that stands for the truth, a man who they carry a shower, enter private jet. That's the Adams Oshiomole of 15 years ago. But the Adams Oshiomole of today is an Adams Oshiomole that can see red and call it black. The Adams Oshiomole of today is an Adams Oshiomole that can go to the airport, and fight stars. The Adams Oshiomole of today is an Adams Oshiomole that can carry a shower and enter private jet. They are attacking Peter Obi because Peter Obi changed the party. Is changing party a crime? You see, in this fight of fighting for a good governance, anybody will be say those guard go collect. Now so it be. Because since Peter Obi go that interview with Shehu, they never rest. Peter Obi. What did Peter Obi do now? This man collect with una dey fight.